What's up, guys? It's Kyle with Unit Solutions, and for today's Quick Tip Tuesday, we're going to talk about pace plans, right? So, pace plans can be utilized for all sorts of things, but today we're going to talk about communication. Communication, super important. Just ask my wife. In all seriousness, whether you're military, law enforcement, prepared civilian with that protector mindset, communication is critical. There's a saying, one is none and two is one, right? So having contingencies is super important. And if you look over here, when we break down what exactly PACE stands for, it's primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency. Again, having a PACE plan, super critical when it comes to communication. Having those contingencies, so if your radio fails, if your primary method of communication, right? Because it doesn't always have to be radio, a cell phone, or traditional means of comms. It could be nonverbal, right? And CQB environments, before we get into that violent phase of silence, violence, silence, um, you can do nonverbal communication, whether it's barrel dips, exaggerated head nods. Could be a guy in a room and he's got his barrel pointed at something that lets the rest of the team know something's got this guy's attention over here. We need to figure out what's going on, right? In the law enforcement capacity, somebody's not answering those radio calls. Maybe you're switching to a cell phone. Maybe you're going verbal and getting loud, trying to communicate at distance. Maybe you have to move, then communicate, right? So PACE plan is something not set in stone. You need to write out what your PACE plan is and then test it out. Training is super important. That's where you're going to find out what works, what doesn't. Maybe you cross out the A in your PACE plan, you move something up, or you write something in totally different. You got to figure out what works for you, your team, your family, whatever that is. But make sure you have a PACE plan. All right, guys, this is a very high level talk on communication and having a PACE plan. If you guys want something more in depth, go check out the guys over at Mojave Repeater. They put out awesome classes. You can go there for comms type stuff, radio stuff. Check out one of their courses. They do really phenomenal stuff. All right, guys, there you have it for this week's Quick Tip Tuesday. PACE plans when it comes to communication. Let us know what you think in the comments.